Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. So today we're going to be sanding some more pieces of the boat. This is the cutting board for the alcohol stove. I'm going to sand it down. The two end pieces were falling off, so I used some wood glue. I glued them back on. So I'm going to sand it all down and just poly it. I read online in the Catalina group that it's best to just use that as kind of storage space above the stove so you can set stuff there, and to actually use like a little plastic camping cooking board for your actual cooking. So I'm going to sand it up and get it all polyed. This is another piece of trim from inside. We'll get this one sanded up and polyed and we'll go from there. So I'm going to start sanding, and I'll come back once they're all sanded and I'll show you what they look like before we start polying them. Alright everybody out there in YouTube land, so we have them all sanded down to 400 grit. As you can see, you can't really tell at all that I glued it. So I'm going to go inside now and use a talc cloth, get all the sandpaper sawdust off of it, and then I'll put on the first coat of poly. So I'll come back after we get the first coat on. Till then, I'll be back. Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. So we are back after our first coat of Czar poly. So it looks pretty good. Shiny. A lot better than it did look. So I'm going to go over it with some 600 grit sandpaper and do the second coat. Alright, we are back, and there are 3 coats on it. So it definitely looks good compared to the other side and what it used to look like. So, and here's the trim piece. So you can buff this up with some 2000 grit sandpaper, wet sand it, or you can just leave it how it is and it'll be good to go. So little tater tot here wants to come check it out, give her cat approval. So that is sanding and sealing and polying the cutting board for the stove and the trim piece up above the sink by the head in the front of the Catalina 25. If you guys have any questions about how the process went, leave them in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us out. And if you'd like to help donate or support us on the homestead, check out PayPal or Patreon down in the description below. I'll see you guys later.